Hello, all you beautiful people. My name is Fox, and welcome to a portfolio video. Yes, this video is not really a collection, it's a portfolio. This will be showing you my Altered Art collection, which you unanimously decided you wanted to see in the last video comments. And yeah, we're pretty much just going to get right into it. So, before I start, I will say, this is not all the cards I've altered. Usually when it comes to altered cards, I try to take a picture, but like a long time ago, I just never did. I just altered a card and gave it. So, whatever you see here is not going to be the full display of what I've made. If you want to see a bigger collection, I do have a Snups account, a Snups shelf, excuse me, where I've put a lot more cards than what you're going to see here. So if you want to see a bigger collection of shit that I've drawn on Magic cards, then go ahead and click that link in the description. Paints! In those Premier boxes again. I'm a whore for Premier. I'm smart. Velcro. So I use a combination of gouache and acrylic paints for my Magic cards altering. I usually use gouache. I like gouache a lot better. I use Reeves gouache. You can get these at AC Moore. They're very good. They do not crack off. Granted, you use it liberally and you use it correctly. And every now and then I'll splash in a little acrylic with the gouache to kind of give it a matte finish. I like gouache paints. They're very similar to watercolor, but they're a lot more durable. I went to college for graphic design. I had a art teacher who introduced me to gouache as a really good way to save money because gouache is a medium that once you add water to it, reconstitutes. That is the one problem with acrylics. After they dry, they pretty much dry. They do not reconstitute with water. Also, you get to have a palette that looks like this. And my brushes! I got a lot of them. I have a lot of paints here. A lot of these, I think they're Royal Langnickel, or Royal Majestic, excuse me. Royal Langnickel, by the way, is a really cheap brand of brushes and paints. I don't suggest Royal Langnickel paints. I'm using them right now. They're not good. They're like the kind of paints you find at Marshall's. So this stuff is a wash. It's a black wash, by the way. I use this in case I want to artificially dirty up a card. It's just, can you hear that? Yeah. It's just a treasure trove of like small brushes. So you got like the rounds, you got the very, very fine points. What's my finest point? I think I actually do have one Winsor Newton brush in here. Hold on. They are stupid expensive, Winsor Newton. Yeah, I think this is Winsor Newton. I'm not sure though. But look at how tiny that brush is. That's a Warhammer brush right there. I don't use Warhammer brushes, by the way, because they're stupid expensive. The liners. This thing. This is a wooden brush. I like these Royal Majestic brushes because they have like very, very teardroppy cut edges, and you can use this kind of to scrape off a mistake. Gouache is good at that. You can kind of scrape off mistakes off the edges. I don't like using this tape when it comes to Magic cards. I suck at it. Every time I try to use it, it just peels the card off of the backing, and it screws up the entire thing. I used it on a foil one time, and it just peeled the foil off. I guess I'm using the wrong kind of tape. I probably should get that froggy tape. I also use these to alter, but not very often. These are for like really, really fast alters. They are Sharpie paint markers, oil paint specifically. Specifically, I like the black one for like thick lines because I can combine this with gouache in case I want to do a very thick lined alter. It's good with certain things, like if I'm doing a design from like Danny Phantom or Fairly Odd Parents. It's good, like the thick lines on the characters. This works well for them. You know what we need? We need a playmat to kind of balance the lighting. I know you like the mahogany guys, but boom. Eyeball. Let's start off with some Pokemon alters. So, you got a Tarka World Render turned into a Dragonite. Yay, Dragonite. I have always been trying to find a good alter character thing for a Tarka, and I kind of just go back to like Dragon-type Pokemons. I think I did a Charizard on one of them as a test a long time ago. It just didn't come out right. I probably should do another Charizard, because it'd probably look better. Marath turned into Nidoking. It's really tough to figure out what to make Marath. He's just some kind of elemental beast, you know. Not a lot of famous elemental beast cartoon characters. Gonti, Lord of Luxury, turned into Meowth, and also, hold on, Mr. Burns, yeah, from the famous television show Family Simp. Personally, a bigger fan of the Mr. Burns one. The Meowth one I did a while ago, it didn't come out right. You can kind of tell the ears are way too black. I think if I were to redo this one now, I'd take away these random lines and just give the ears the black outlining from the paint marker. From this thing. But yeah, it came out meh. But I'm a big fan of that Mr. Burns one. I love the way that one came out. It came out exactly as I wanted it to. The fingers, the face, the mouth, everything. I'm masturbating right here because I'm talking about how much I like my own art. Pink, not pink diamond, sorry. Rose gold from Rose quartz. Jesus, not rose gold. Rose quartz from Steven Universe for Mayel the Anima. Just a neat idea I had. Of course, you know my Marath Totoro. That's the one I showed off and asked you guys if you wanted to see this video, and you did. Thanks to Totoro. Anybody play this game? Because this is my second favorite game of all time. Grim Fandango. Technically Manny from Grim Fandango on Yeheni. Undying Partisan or something. I forgot the name. I love this game. People don't talk about this game enough. It's really, really, really good. It's a point-and-click adventure, and it's awesome. People should play it more. You should play Grim Fandango. Go play it. The Gitrog monster and a really weirdly proportioned Greninja. While I was doing it, I thought it looked great, and then when I finished, I was like, wow, his arm looks really weird. I would like to do this one again, just to kind of fix whatever the fuck's going on here. That finger's too big. Niv is at the Firemind. You know this one. I did this one on video. Turned into Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. Another Steven Universe one. In this case, Lion on another Marath. I alter a lot of Maraths. For someone who doesn't have ideas for Marath, I tend to find them. This is good though. Kemba turned into Dr. Katz from Courage the Cowardly Dog. More kids should watch Courage the Cowardly Dog. Why? Because I want to scar you for life. My second Falco Derevi Imperial Tactician. This one came out technically better than the first one, but I added a little too much features and his head's just a little too big. The reference image I used was for the new Star Fox game, so it looked a lot different than my older one, which I used. I used kind of like a cartoony looking one for that one. I wish I had it somewhere on hand, but whatever. If you've seen my Derevi deck tech, you know how the Falco altered art looks. Yeah, this one's just a little too, I don't know about realistic, but the head's just a little too weirdly proportioned. And probably my favorite one, Kevin Smith, the Wandering Bard. Kevin Smith's awesome, by the way, and I really wish him well. He had a heart attack recently. If you don't know who he is the creator of Clerks, Clerks 2, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma. Red State was amazing. Also Tusk, which was a movie. I can absolutely say it was a movie. Just had this idea, just one day, just really, really wanted to do it. I love Kevin Smith, I love Yisan, and I thought it was a fitting ad. Plus, I've never seen Kevin Smith on a Magic card, so you know what? First, baby! And those are my legendaries. I got only, wow, 2 red cards. Technically a Mountain, which is red. This is an old altar. I think I did this in like 2013. You can kind of see how like unconfident I was because I expanded on the whole card and I just left this area blank. This one is pretty new though. Kirby, Star of Extinction. I love the way I did this one because I actually ended up using painter's tape, though very delicately, for the background. I used a toothbrush and some white paint and I made stars. Got Brainstorm with Garnet from Steven Universe. And I also have 2 Brainstorms, Pinky and the Brain. Well, just Brain. So this is done with the paint markers, and this one's done with gouache paint. You can see the differences here. The white comes out a lot more brighter, but when you have to use white off of those oil paint markers, it kind of lets see through a little bit. Yoshi Ponder and Bill Cipher Ponder. This was also done with paint markers. This one's not great. I want to redo it, hence why I picked up a couple Ponders recently. I am working on, I'm sketching up a new version of this one, hopefully where the hand doesn't look, you know, like that. Jaws Treasure Cruise. They're gonna need a bigger boat. This is also very old. Again, I think I did this in like 2013, 2014. It's dissolved, and it's dissolving a Black Lotus, and no one ever knows what the hell it is. I don't claim that it's a good altar, okay? I just claim that I made it. Muldrifter, Lugia, again, very, very old one. Did it with magic marker, not magic marker, I did it with like silver Sharpie. These are technically extensions. So this is a example of an art extension where it's just extending the immediate artwork. So it's preordained and extending that little cauldron of blue Gatorade or whatever the hell it is. And an example of a full extension I did a very, very long time ago. It is Augur of Bolas, and it's probably one of the better extensions I ever did because of how simple the colors are. Extensions are a lot different than just straight up altering a card with a character. Extensions are way harder. You have to know what colors blend into what. What I tend to do is I'll tend to get the artwork and I'll like get an example of the art in like Photoshop or something. Example of the color. And I'll go from there, because then I have like a good big blotch of color I can kind of work with. Green ones. This is my favorite one of all time, and people don't even know who the hell this character is. Secret Squirrel on Squirrel's Nest. Does nobody know what this show is? Have I been just watching too much Harvey Birdman? It's like an old Hanna-Barbera show about a squirrel who's a secret agent, and he has a friend named Morocco Mole, and I put him on a squirrel's nest. His purple hat. Caustic Caterpie, one I did on a video. Not much to say there. It's Caustic Caterpillar. Fog. Ghastly. Fog. Get it? Become Immense. Viagra. Okay, listen, so at the time I got new paints and new brushes, and I just wanted to try something easy, okay? Don't criticize. It's a funny pun. I did this one very recently. Birds of Paradise. This is the really bad condition Birds of Paradise, and I put Jacques from JonTron on it. I like how it came out. The lines were just to kind of cover up the artwork so it wouldn't, you know, blend into the art. It would kind of pop out a lot more. And Explosive Vegetation Flowey. This one's really cool. I like this one. I gotta stop, like, complimenting my own art, but I like it. I really do like it. It's Flowey from Undertale with this thing. I forgot what this was. I think it was like a fireball. Not completely sure. And then you being surrounded by pellets because you're about to get murdered. Black cards. I have a lot of Flashback Marauders and Merciless Executioner as Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. Another example of a art-specific extension, a Dark Ritual extension. I like how this one came out. I was kind of experimenting with this and preordained at the time. I gotta make more of these. They're really fun to do, and they're really easy too, actually. They don't really take too much effort. It's just more or less matching a specific item to a color and then extending it from the art. Yeah, I know, Remy looks weird. This is also one that I don't really take with me to sell, because not a fan how it came out. Them eyes. Them's is some special friggin' eyes, man. Huh? Another artwork-specific extension. Another one I'm really proud of. You can only really do this with certain cards, specific ones that have like a 3D-ish effect to them, where you know the art's been cut off in a way and something's been left out. So these are fun to do. An old one, Gengar, Lord of the Void. It's not great. The arm looks weird, the head looks weird, the eyes are fine, the mouth is fine, but like the body just doesn't work correctly. This one does, though. Filbert, Grey Merchant of Asphodel. There's a lot of altered arts I've seen of Grey Merchant, but I haven't seen any Rocco's Modern Life altered art for any Magic card, so I'm going to start doing them more. Oh, fish sticks. White card, Sun Titan, the angry sun from Mario. He's so angry. Mr. Saturn on a Soul Warden. Don't know why I did it, but I did it. Anybody remember Mr. Saturn from Earthbound? Let me smash. Napstablook from Ghostly Prison. You can tell some of these cards I altered while I was playing Undertale. Yeah, Napstablook from Undertale on Ghostly Prison. Just a really cheap idea I had. This is my own design. A Swords to Plowshares that has a double stained glass artwork addition to it. So the rose and then the sword being turned into a rose through the border. Get it? Swords into plowshare or a rose. So technically it doesn't work on the title level. Feldar Sovereign, an example of an extension. Not a bad one, but not a good one. I could have did more editing on the rock. I kind of added a foggy patch because I was lazy and I'm a bad person. This is definitely one I probably should try again because it's not really hard. It's more or less just a very blue-centric palette. I only have two multicolor. I probably should do more multicolor artworks. Two Coiling Oracles. One as an Ekans and one as, what the hell's Ka from the Jungle Book? I think it's Ka. Yeah, well, technically Ka from the Jungle Book and the snake, the snake from the Robin Hood furry movie. I forgot the name. Wow, you can tell how much I watch Disney. My friend Eric also has one of these Coiling Oracle Ekans. I think the one he has is probably better than this one, though. So let's get on with the Commander Sphere Altered Arts. So, I have to zoom out. I have a lot of these. There's more. Is that it? There could be more. No, that's actually it. So, yeah, Commander Sphere. It's just a fun card to alter, usually into Pokeballs. So I got a Master Ball, I got a Pokeball done with the paint markers. This was also done with paint markers. It's Meatwad. Probably should do it. Oh, I have another Meatwad in here. Forgot about that. Yeah, I'm a Mind Stone Meatwad. I think this is my DeviantArt profile pic. Yeah, so I have two Meatwads. This one was done with gouache. This one was done with paint markers. You can see the gouache is way better than paint markers because it's more poppy. But yeah. I also got a Boo Commander Sphere, Zenyatta Commander Sphere, and the thing from, I'm forgetting the name of it, the thing from, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Wow, I suck. Waddles of Providences. He will kill everyone. Second one I did. First one was a commission from my friend Frank, and this one I did on my own. I like how this one came out better. Demonic Horn, or Demon's Horn. This is the Pick of Destiny from Tenacious D, the Pick of Destiny. No one understands where this is from, and that angers me. I love how this came out, and I'm never going to get rid of it because no one ever wants it, so I'll keep it for myself. Also, Demon's Horn is not that really, playable. Boros Signet that I smeared paint on. This didn't come out too good. It's supposed to represent burning the card, but I kind of fucked up the signet while I was, pretending to burn the card. Don't do this to your cards. Soul Ring number 1. Oh, I only have the one. I thought I had more. Yeah, Soul Ring Altar. I've done a few Soul Ring Altars, but they're usually just like gateways to hell, or a monster coming out of it, or like the One Ring from Lord of the Rings, because everyone's clever when it comes to Soul Ring. But instead, I had this one become a ring choking a octopus. Why? Because fuck you. That's why. Kybalion on a Burnish Heart. Just something I wanted to do. Not a fan of how I put the puff just coming out, but whatever. I do like the way Kybalion came out, though. Probably should do another one of these. Dark Steel Ingot turned into a really bad, scaly-looking stained glass thing. This was also a test to see if I could do the Swords of Plowshare one before I actually did it. But I have another Dark Steel Ingot, and this one I've had with me forever. Just a straight-up, completely altered Dark Steel Ingot. This one I made years and years and years ago. And I took a lot of time on this one. I took my time on it. It came out really good. It came out exactly as I wanted it to come out. This one I probably will not get rid of, and you can tell how old it is because the paint on the back, you can see it's not professional at all. Now I tend to keep the paint off the back. And the last one for the video, Charizard Fire Streaker, baby. Second one I made. The first one I sold. This one was the second one, and I still like how it came out. This was fun to do. And that is the collection, or the portfolio of Altar cards I still have. Now remember, again, I have way more on my snups because, Altar cards I tend to sell or do as a commission, so clearly I'm not going to just have them on me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you later with more videos. I'm going to go alter some more cards. If you have any ideas for altar cards, let me know, because I tend to take a lot of ideas off Twitter, off suggestions and things like that, and I put them to use. So if you have any ideas, let me know, and I will give them a shot. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you later with more videos, but until then, Flowey's going to come and he's going to kill